Okay, I just looked up what the code was for the computer and it said it unlocks in Act 2, which I'm not sure if that's what it is now or it's still Act 1, but I just want to open up the computer, so I'm going to do it now once I've finished talking to this guy. Have I helped enough Hadians?
Have I helped enough Hadians?
Hadians are lucky to have a vigil like you watching over them.
They are. Oh. Endless waves of grief energy spill out of your weapon, tormenting limbic entities with heavy sorrow. Call of the Griffin. Find yourself replete with boundless vigor, greatly increasing stamina regeneration. Pendant of Grief Acceptance. Strikes against you will replenish your limbic energy. Shared Pain. You suffer waves of great sorrow, losing endurance in the process, but sharing the agony with nearby limbic entities and damaging them. Another tuning stone. Masochistic Delight. You revel in ecstatic pain as you willingly inflict damage upon yourself and share the blissful agony with all nearby limbic entities. Why the fuck would I do that to myself?
Hadians need to rejoin the world. Come to think of it, we've never been a part of it. Hadians have been isolated for far too long. I believe the only way to end the calamity is to abandon Hadia. Leave and never return, Sabinian and Palamist alike.
But they'll still hate each other.
The calamity is unique to Hadia. Why? What is it about Hadia that is so different from any other country?
Maybe because Hadia is always at war with itself?
The answer is buried out there somewhere. We need to find it and stop it for good this time, or the cycle of destruction will continue.
That and they have different gods to everybody else.
War is beyond tragedy, a senseless waste of human life and potential, and sadly, Hadia is no stranger to it. We haven't seen a conflict in over 1,000 years.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
In fact, we haven't seen a war this brutal before. Modern guns, mixed with hatred passed on from one generation to the next, are bound for terrible consequences. This is why the Vigil doubled its efforts when war loomed on the horizon, and also why the Vigil is being hunted. When desperate, we tend to make mistakes and expose ourselves.
To who? How can they be so stupid and reckless to make mistakes? What are they getting desperate for?
I'll never ascribe to the theory that the Vigil has a traitor within its ranks. Never.
Why not? It's a possibility. One that Vitalis fought. So why would you not believe it, since you thought he was the best of us?
I don't know much about the Peacekeepers. In a way, they are like the Vigil. They help the victims of war and ensure their care. Nothing wrong with that.
That's what they're supposed to be doing, but they're fucking running away.
However, unlike us, they operate in the open, which has certain disadvantages. It's like having a target painted on your back. I wish them the best of luck. Technically, I am Sabinian. I don't count myself as one, though. I am a Vigil, first and foremost. I was born and raised in the small village of Teden. It's in the north of Asteria. I went to school just like the other Sabinian kids, but during the small hours, I trained. I barely had friends growing up, but that didn't matter. The life of a Vigil is lonely and hard.
Well, usually in these secret societies, they pretty much always are like that.
I was always the outsider looking in. I observed my friends and neighbors all bickering about the Palamists. Let's just say I had other things on my mind than to hate an entire group of people. That always bothered me to my core. I wish I could have told them all to stop, to tell the truth, and to warn them of the real threat.
But they probably wouldn't believe you.
I'm afraid they were too far gone, as if their hatred were a terminal sickness. I have no ill feelings toward the Palamists. They are dyed-in-the-wool Hadeans. Do you know the saying, the way to a dog's heart is through his stomach?
Yep, I've heard that.
Well, the way to a Palamist's heart is through his faith. Threaten that, and you will have a devoted enemy pitted against you. The propagandists played the religion card, fear-mongering the Palamists into believing that the Sabinians were going to take their faith away.
Oh, aren't they? Isn't that what they're doing?
And now look at us, divided and broken. It's deplorable.
It's war.
The time loops appeared at midnight on January 1st, and the creatures soon after. This isn't the first time this phenomenon has occurred in Hadia.
Yeah, but why specifically on midnight at January 1st? Like, why? Seems like a very specific time for it to happen.
You would think we would all be experts by now, but we're piecing together some lost history. Somehow this vital information has slipped through the cracks. We are uncertain if January 1st at midnight is genuinely part of the cycle. Is it consistent or random? We are plagued by many of these questions. With our lack of answers, we could do little to prevent the calamity. Only brace for it. Now that it is upon us, only one question remains. Who or what is creating the time loops?
Well, I thought the time loops were created when, like you said, something like bad happens, something like tragic happens, or whatever you said. I thought that's what created the time loops. No, you won't want that. She found something helpful in the APC. She made it to the APC and was able to establish communication with my drone APC. Vitalis was my father and considered one of the best vigils. Tanya asked me to bring this scroll back to the APC, found inside Pentos' resting place under the Watcher's nest, contains unintelligible text written in an unknown language. An old medieval scroll found in Pentos' resting place. It was found by the Vigil in the Umal Caves. The Vigil believes that this mysterious artifact may hold the answers to end the calamity. I found the blue flower scroll inside Pentos' coffin. He is the oldest member of the Vigil. He is the caretaker of the Vigil's relics. He has given me a device that can detect the guardians of each time loop. He said to come back to him after closing time loops to claim my rewards. He said to come back to him after completing good deeds to claim my rewards. Vista Hills, an elderly man in a wheelchair found inside the Watcher's nest, family legacy. Let's put the regular cap on. Is that Pendant of Grief? Oh, it's another defensive gear. It does strikes against you, replenish your limbic energy. Now that one sounds good. Relics, find yourself replete with boundless vigor, greatly increasing stamina regeneration. What does that one do? Retaliate with tremendous fury, increasing damage dealt after parrying. That one sounds good. Completed. Yeah, I know that's completed. Performance of a lifetime, that's going to be completed. Loadout. Change that one to 100 health increase well beyond natural measure. Go with that one. Defy the hand of fate, becoming immune to control effects. I don't know what that means, but I'll go with this one. Mark off the betrayed. this one was it. Strikes into replenish your limbic energy. And that one, while grievously wounded, don't really get grievously wounded. Remaining undamaged will reduce the damage you take. Remaining undamaged will increase your stamina regeneration. Let's go with that one. And then let's have a look at my weapons. You suffer waves of great sorrow, yeah. Just lots of shit to hurt myself. Okay, that should be good for now. And the passcode to the computer, because I just want to get this information now. Access granted. Matching patterns and compromised. January 21, 1993. On his deathbed, my father bestowed upon me a family heirloom. He called it a limbic rod and made a point to extol its significance to our family. Extol? It is the only vestige of my ancestry, passed down to me through generations. I keep it on my person at all times. The Vigil has since discovered that many such rods exist. Yesterday, when we unearthed Pentos' tomb, right here in the Welch's Nest, another rod was discovered in plain sight. Imagine my surprise when the limbic patterning matched my very own heirloom rod. They seem to be part of a set. I've begun searching the archives here and have discovered a curious resemblance between the rods. Patterning and an ancient heraldry dating from the mid-10th century. It is associated with a fort deep in the center of forest, built on an outcropping overlooking the countryside. Oh, I remember now. I remember it now. Yeah, it's like on that old, slightly demolished building on top of the hill near that woman who's locked behind that door. I remember now. I have very little to go on besides a crude visual depiction. I have to eventually make my way to Sandra to find out more. Damien Safter. Compromised. Okay, January 23, 1993. There has been an attempt on my life. During my weekly errands in Golmore, I was fired upon at close range. If not for my fortuitous stumble at that exact moment, I would not be here. The black-clad shooter moved in to subdue me in close combat. He is remarkably well trained, but I was able to fracture his arm and wrest free of his clutches. I recovered a syringe of poison dropped by my assailant as he slipped into the shadows. Also, maybe that needle I picked up from that guy earlier was a syringe of poison. And it sounds like he's talking about OFSIM. The needle bears the acronym OMSIM. Yeah, not OFSIM, OMSIM. What does it mean? Who are these people hounding us incessantly? They must be part of a large organization. Their resources are immense. They know our names and exactly where to find us. I pray the nest remains out of their reach. Now that I have become compromised, I cannot stay here. How did this happen? Was I careless? It was a mistake returning to the nest. I must leave immediately for the safety of the others. Vitalis, if you find this, I'm terribly sorry. Damien Safter. Interesting. Eternity. Mystery solved. So one of the vigils was attacked by an OMSIM guy who had a syringe of poison. Who is OMSIM? What does OMSIM even mean? OMSIF. What does that word even mean? And also, I guess the next thing to do now is to go back to the APC. Performance of a lifetime. Let's go back to the APC. Well, what's my next move though? What's like the main next move? You got that, which I've got. I need to give to him. And then you got that, which I think I know where that is. The captain's office. I haven't found any more mead. Enlightenment. I just need to get into the church for that one. And the Castle Marshes, I've dealt with that time loop. And Vista Hills, I've dealt with that one too. So what's the next thing? Continue my father's duty? I guess I go back to the APC? Guess that's really like the next main move. Go back to the APC. And back.
You really should lock your doors before leaving.
Yo, there was no need to before.
Now this is an ideal vehicle to roam a war-torn country. It's even got cup holders. Do you realize what you have here?
It gets me where I need to go.
It's a state-of-the-art armored personnel carrier with tech I didn't even know existed. I had fun pressing all the buttons.
I can
Was
tell.
that a mute button?
Smart ass. Do you want to know what I found or not?
Tell me.
This computer is linked to something called the Zeal server. I came across that name before. The Zeal Council. I have no idea who or what they are.
And
This server appears to have a vast database containing history of Hadia. As of now, I only have limited access. Give me some time and I'm sure I can get through to more.
interesting.
When Vitalis contacted me, he told me he wanted...
Whatever deal you had with Vitalis, it died along with him.
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
He wasn't my friend.
I didn't know him.
Whatever the Vigil is up to, it's on you now, right? I want to piece together whatever is happening here, and you want to stop it. Neither of us can do this on our own. I found a tracking device embedded behind a panel. I know I don't look it, but I have my uses. Face it, you wouldn't have gotten far without me.
Really? I'm pretty sure I would have.
You can tag along.
Good. Show me what you found in the coffin. Interesting. Let's talk about the scroll once I'm done examining it.
Can she be trusted? Research. Oh, there we go. You can now bring research items to Tanya to learn more about Hadia and to uncover vaults of forbidden knowledge. She found a computer inside the APC that is linked to the Zeal service database, which contains information about Hadia. No, I read that. Game, I read this, yeah? Some items can be researched on the Zeal server by turning inside the APC. Wait, is that everything? Yeah. So, talk, trade, research.
Find something interesting?
I have quite a few things. Lots of fucking things. I have an ancient sensor.
Interesting find. Let's see what the server can tell us about it.
Unification sensor, research item, ancient sensor, category ancient Hadia. What do I get from doing this? This ornate bronze ritual sensor is believed to have been involved in the foundation of the Eligad Conclave, a grand unification of the desperate Hassalin tribes. 7 sensors created and offered to representatives from each tribe. On each was etched the emblem of the Conclave alongside the tribe's own emblem. The markings on this particular sensor identify it as belonging to the Suru tribe. The Suru tribe? During the unification ceremony, a mixing of incense was performed to symbolize the very beliefs and rites of the 7 tribes coming together as one. Box of bronze acorns.
Good find. I'll look it up.
Research item, box of bronze acorns, category the Civil War. This box contains hundreds of bronze acorns likely taken from Palamist civilians. The acorn is an object of great spiritual significance for the Palamist faith. It has come to symbolize traditional values such as community, faith, responsibility. It is the fruit of the hazel pine tree, which is prevalent all over Hadia and a fixture of the week of peace celebrations. The acorn is always carried on one's person. Most would attach it to a keychain or purse string or simply loose in a pocket. In ages past, Alamus would carry organic acorns, plucked directly from a hazel pine in the modern age. Imitation acorns are cast in bronze to improve durability, though many staunch traditionalists still carry natural acorns. With enough research data, Tanya was able to compile information about the location of vaults of forbidden knowledge. Interesting.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
Research item, bronze eye, category ancient Hadia. Notes the worship of Setharus dates back nearly 10,000 years, during which many rites, tenets, ceremonies, and symbols have come and gone. This bronze cast eye is one of the earliest known representations of the Eye of Sepphoris, the precursor to all modern iconography. Iconography, I think I say, depicting the eye. It was likely attached to a ceremonial staff or scepter used by the early holy men circa 3000 BC, when Scytherism was beginning to evolve into an organized religion.
Good find. I'll look it up.
Eminous Shroud Blueprints. Faded Blueprints. Order of the Eye. This deteriorated page bears the emblem of the Order of the Eye circa 700 AD. It was likely torn from a larger manuscript. The text and designs are almost illegible, but they outline what appears to be a truly massive contraption. Could this be the so-called Eminous Shroud? The device was part of the Order's grand plan to extend the Eye of God's influence. It is referenced in many older documents dating from the same era. There is no way to discern its inner workings from the page, as the schematics are too faded and likely incomplete. Judging by sheer size and complexity, it would have been a colossal undertaking.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
Adder's Tear Oathstone, Flower Medallion, the Vigil. Medallions like these have served since the founding of the Vigil to induct new members into the Order. During the induction ceremony, they were held in the right hand while the recruit recited the sacred oath of the Vigil itself, based heavily on the original Folgard oath. To maintain secrecy, membership was limited to the close family, usually children of existing members. The blue flower, Adyr's Tear, became the symbol of the Vigil. It was chosen to remind members of the sacred duty in protecting what lies beneath the fields of Lake Sinon.
Good find. I'll look it up.
Order of the Eye Medallion. Gold Medallion, Order of the Eye. This gold medallion once belonged to a founding member of the Order of the Eye. It depicts the moment that the 8 scholars rediscovered the Eye of God. They were said to have dropped to their knees in awe at the sight of such a marvel. 8 matching medallions were commissioned to commemorate the monumentous event, one for each member.
I discovered a vault of forbidden knowledge in Senedra Forest.
Is that right? Vault of the Corpse. Location Senedra Forest. Search near the timely remnants and Proton Martyr Kafka's marker. I think I've already done that one, because I looked it up.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
Ambedo Mask Case. High-tech case, the conspiracy. This case is designed to hold customized Omsif Ambedo mask. In the late 70s, Omsif agents began training against live limbic entities at the Auriga Museum facility. Over time, specialized tactics were developed and units were formed to combat and contain entities of a specific limbic sphere. Over the next decades, many operatives grew fascinated by the ancient Volgard lodges of the Limbic Age, who, much like them, also specialize in combating specific limbic spheres. While the Zeal Council forbade excessive customization of standard issue equipment, they eventually relented, and Omsif units were granted permission to uniquely tailor their masks to match their respective limbic sphere expertise. This brought a greater sense of identity and purpose within each unit. These masks came to be known as Ambedo Mask, Ambedo Visors, or Ambedo Veils, so that's why they wore them, just to kind of show what units they were, or what their sphere was.
Nice. I'll have a look in the database.
Yvel Massacre Ribbon, Memorial Ribbon, the Civil War. This ribbon is worn by Palamas citizens in remembrance of the Eligad Pilgrimage Massacre. Following the events of Aeneas Bisma's speech in Yvel that left the city in ruins and hundreds of Palamas writers dead, all of Hadia was on edge as they struggled with the aftermath. News media covered the events in drastically different ways, with Sabinian sources calling it the Pilgrim Riots and Palamas sources calling it the Eligad Pilgrimage Massacre. It only served to further divide the already fractured nation and incite tensions to all-time highs. In the months that followed, the simple act of wearing the ribbon was considered an instigation to violence, as fights would regularly break out at the mere sight of it. What is wrong with people?
Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
Lost Temple Bell of Palom, Scorched Bell, Ancient Hadia. This bell once hung prominently in the Grand Temple of Palom alongside 7 others. Shortly after its foundation, the Eligad Conclave constructed the temple complex to become the beating heart of Setharism. Each bell was assigned to a high priest of Palom, and only those who carried a bell were allowed to behold the eye of God deep beneath Mount Obak. After Sabinian reformers descended upon the Eligad Valley to sack and raise the temple in 403 AD, all but one of the bells were thought to lost to looting and flames. The surviving bell remains in the reconstructed temple to this day as one of the Palamism's most cherished artifacts.
Nice find. Let's run it through the database.
It's definitely poison. Almsith poison syringe, yeah, syringe the Vigil. This syringe is filled with a highly toxic compound developed by the Cerebrum Division of Operation Moloch. The compound is based on a hybrid of tetrodotoxin and specifically formulated limbic serum. Serum is added to act as a catalyst that enhances the neural inhibitive properties and subsequently decomposes the toxin into its inert constituent elements. Nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen are absorbed by the vascular system, leaving no trace. The poison is used by Omsith agents for high-profile assassinations. When discretion is needed, a highly efficient killer.
Interesting find. Let's see what the server can tell us about it.
Vial of limbic material. Vial of strange substance. The conspiracy. The sealed vial contains a sample of limbic material harvested from a limbic entity by the investigating Omsith field team. The substance is rather curious, halfway between solid and liquid. It seems to shimmer and shift when viewed from different angles. One of the secondary objectives of Omsith field teams is to gather objects of interest and forward the materials to science teams for analysis.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
Vigil Trial Candle. Wrapped Candle, the Vigil. This candle once served in a recruitment trial for the Vigil. Around 1850 AD, after centuries of dwindling memberships due to the strict family-only limitations, the Vigil finally opened recruitment to outsiders. Promising young prospects were scouted and approached to take part in the Vigil trial. The trial was meant to test the candidate's autonomy, vigilance, and resourcefulness. It involved the candidate being sent out into the wild with nothing but this candle. They were to return in 1 week's time, passing the trial only if their candle was still burning. For a whole week? I've only had like one or two more things, then I could probably get some more knowledge. What can I trade? Well, she won't want that. Why would she want it? Talk.
Okay. I finished examining the scroll.
And? So, what's written on the scroll?
So, what's written on the scroll?
I translated the text. It's a riddle. I suggest you read it. I'm sure it will make more sense once we find a location. As for the blue flower, the Zeal server is giving me the usual encyclopedic answer. It's not providing me with a specific location. The drawings are landmarks, and the blue flower is the key to finding their location. Whatever this place is, it's a well-guarded secret. I'm sure it holds the clues to Vitalis' investigation into stopping the calamity. I think it's time for you to chat with the locals. Talking isn't your strong suit, but someone must know where this flower grows.
Oh, I beg to differ. I would say talking is one of my main strong suits. Blue flower scroll, an old scroll written in ancient language. Elaborate illustrations adorn the page and feature a blue flower found in Pentos Elgidia's tomb in the Watcher's Nest Hills, where the blue flowers grow below the limbic fires glow. Where the blue flowers grow, below the limbic fires glow. So there's somewhere where there's a bunch of blue flowers, and then beneath that there's like some tunnels or something, and then there's a fire or some shit. What should I do now?
What should I do now?
Someone must know where this blue flower grows. It might be best if you talk to the locals.
Which ones? The ones that are here or in other places? Why are you in Hadia?
Why are you in Hadia?
If someone were to say I was obsessed with Hadia, it would be the understatement of the year.
Why are you obsessed with Hadia?
I've always wanted to see it with my own eye. Something has been happening here for a very long time. There is a dark secret, and the world hasn't been told.
Maybe there's a reason for that?
My obsession with Hadia started when I was a little girl. My father, a well-respected ambassador at the time, had successfully negotiated a visit to Hadia. When he returned, he told me about the time he spent here. He told me about their customs, unique religion, strange architecture, culture, which were unlike anything he had seen. Hadia had been completely closed off from the rest of the world for centuries. I was hooked. When I became a journalist, I wanted the scoop on this place. I almost got an exclusive interview with the dictator, Garion Yankel.
What happened?
I've covered countless conflicts, gone after the powerful, exposed corruption. Now that I'm actually in Hadia, I have to admit, I think I finally bit off more than I can chew.
No shit.
While crossing Hadia, Agatha and I got stopped at a checkpoint. While waiting for our paperwork to clear, I conversed with one of the Palamist officers.
Okay, and what did he say?
Once the small talk was over, he told me about what he had done in the village not too far from where we were. He was explaining to me, in striking detail, all the atrocities he had committed that morning.
What, like it's just a normal thing?
I don't know why he was telling me all of this. Did he want to impress me, scare me, or confess to his crimes? All of the above? Horrifying as his anecdotes were, what terrifies me the most was that this monster was as normal as they came. He was a husband, a father of two, and a school teacher. If he was capable of committing such atrocities, we all are.
Well, no shit. It doesn't matter what your profession is or what your family life's like. Humans are humans. They're capable of anything. That's how it is.
It's a great idea that's poorly executed. I think they get a bad rap, even though I've seen them do plenty of good. Peacekeepers have an impossible job. Each time they intervene, they've been set up to fail. And Hadia is no different.
Well, maybe they should get good then.
No, they are akin to the Protestants back home. At first glance, they bear historical resemblances.
Protestants? Where are you from?
They sought a less restrictive faith and crafted one, essentially retaining the core of Palam's teachings. I'm not one to oversimplify, but there it is. Ask me again when I have more information about Sabinians and if we ever survive Hadia. Mind you, I came to these conclusions purely through observations. I haven't done any proper research.
Well, why don't you, since you got the computer thing there?
They strike me as being like conservatives in the most Western countries. Again, these are just observations. I need more time and research to formulate an adequate answer or opinion. I'll never erase that night from my memory. The moment I laid eyes on them, I became unhinged. Agatha had to steady me. She was as shocked as I was. She handled it a lot better than I did.
Why would you become unhinged? What is it with you women getting so emotional over shit? You gotta keep yourself calm. You can't just overreact to everything, no matter how shocking it is.
When I finally regained my composure, I gazed into Agatha's eyes. In those few seconds, everything she had been taught since childhood was validated It was all real.
And you didn't believe her?
I'm at a loss for what to make of them. I bombarded Agatha with questions, but she knew little. She said that this wasn't the first time they had invaded Hadia.
No, probably won't be the last.
My instincts are screaming that there is a conspiracy at work here. Someone is orchestrating this, and I will blow it wide open.
Orchestrating it like it's not real? Or someone set this whole thing up, like caused all this? Right. She suggested that I ask the locals if they know where the blue flower grows. Well, what locals though? Like just anybody? They grow in a location of limbic importance. I should ask the locals about where these flowers grow. Unknown, small flower with distinct blue petals. Family legacy. Tanya translated the scroll using the Zeal server database access in the APC. Contains a riddle about an important location hidden below where the blue flowers grow. I don't know, should I ask the people here? Or would they know anything? Maybe I should ask them? I guess I could. Oh, and also I can get rid of that time loop now, can't I? Because I think I've killed all the time loop guardians. And I've also got the prism thing now to get rid of it. I need to go this way. I've already taken down one, this will be my second time loop. Is anybody else at some point going to tag along as well, or is it just going to be me and Tanya? Tanya? So, what happened here then? There you go, it's done. Oh shit, who the fuck are these dickheads? So you got a couple of ON soldiers and then a woman with 2 kids. And then who the fuck are these guys? Insurgents? Because they're not dressed like soldiers, they're dressed like fucking militia or something. They just shot these people down. Why the fuck would they do that? Keys on vehicles. Several keys on a keychain featuring an ON emblem found on the corpse of an ON soldier in Vista Hills. I can give it to that guy. Heart of Gold, good D started, yeah. I can go and give it to that guy. Atticus. And now I can take all those people at that camp and then take him back to his dad's farm. Why would they do that? And also, why didn't those dumbasses have any guns, like the ON soldiers? They're supposed to have weapons on them. I don't know if those guys were Palamists or... I don't know why... I don't think it would be Sabinians, would they? Would they be Sabinians or Palamists? And also I think those people went this way. Is it this way? No. Where do I go to find those people again? Wait. Was that... Wait, how do I get up that way? I don't remember. How do I get back to that camp? Because now I've got the car keys to give to that guy so we can take that truck. And those people at that camp with him. How do I get over there? Because I know if I go that way, that guy will be there. Where was the camp again? I can't fucking remember now. I don't want to give them the keys yet, because I want to talk to them first. To see if they have anything to say about the blue flowers. How am I supposed to get over there? Oh, there's a door there, so it can take me up there, but I don't have anything for this. No. How would I find? Where would I go to get that? Like a snake. Is the camp this way? I think it is. Yeah, I think it's this way. Should be this way. There we go. Let's have a word with them.
Thank you again for finding. I can't even. You found Mrs.
Oh, can none of them tell me about the fucking flowers?
I pray.
Albin is.
Okay. Oh, let's go give the guy the keys. Atticus, let's give him the keys. Maybe he might give me something in return. That's such a random place for that to happen. I would have thought maybe it would be down by the tree, not there. What is with the music in this game? Shit. I think he's... there he is. Guess what I found? I found the keys.
Are these the keys to the ON truck?
Yep.
Where on earth did you find them?
In the time loop anomaly.
This is great news. I'll head back to the camp and tell the others.
Okay.
We're getting out of here.
Yes, you are. Good deed accomplished.
Thank you so much for your help. I'll gather everyone at the camp and leave for Sinedra Forest as soon as possible.
Oh, and now I can ask him some new questions. Do you know where this flower grows?
Do you know where this flower grows?
No, but my father would know.
Okay.
The actual green thumb in the family was my mother. When she passed, my dad continued to honor her memory through her passion for plants and flowers.
Alright, well then I'll go speak to him.
He used to bring her a gorgeous bouquet of that blue flower every time he returned from his fishing trips.
Are you going back home?
Are you going back home?
Yes. I can't wait to see my pops again. But more importantly, these people need a safe place to stay.
Alright, well, see you later. Now I guess I can go back to the APC. Wasn't there a save point here? Wasn't there? I swear there was a save point here. Now it's not here. Am I misremembering that? I swear there was one there. A save point. Right, well, I think I'm done here for now, so let's go back to the ABC and go back to the marshes. Well, actually, not the marshes, go back to Senator Forest first, and then I'll go back to the marshes. And is there going to be any more new areas to explore? Because there's only been 3 so far, including this one, which probably there is going to be more areas to explore. So, I mean, based on the map, then the APC, it's a big map. I wonder if I can get any other people sat in here. We've got guns in here, I guess, but do we have ammo? Just in case we get any human enemies. Yeah, let's go to Senator Forest.
It was clever of you to remove our tracker, especially for a civilian. But you aren't a civilian, are you? We still managed to get clear pictures of you both. It's only a matter of time before we ID you. When we do, I will turn my attention toward the people you care about. Will I find someone in Jova? The Vista Hills?
Charming.
Yeah.
She's hot on our trail.
Then whatever business we have here, let's make it quick.
That's the plan. That dumb bitch can go fuck herself. She ain't gonna do shit. Alright, do I have the rods needed to open up the thing that's up here? Oh, there's one. Nope. Oh, never mind. Fucking freaks. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so they're back again, because there is a time loop around here somewhere, but I never found it. Oh, and these blue ones. I don't have any blue ones, do I? Oh, I do have one. I need to find one more. Alright. Is there a time loop around? Well, I mean, even if there is a time loop around here somewhere, I haven't got a prism thing to get rid of it. Because like that old man in the wheelchair said, they're extremely rare. Even though he said there were thousands of them. Not the prisms, but time loops. Let's do a good talk to the old man. Yeah, so these things don't die unless you take out the time loop. take out the time loop, and then they'll stop coming back. But I've looked all over the place, haven't I? And there hasn't been one, unless something tragic's going to happen soon, and then a time loop will be made. Or there's already one somewhere, but why haven't I seen it then? Oh, he's back. Oh, they're all back. Well, at least she is. What about the old man and woman? Where have they gone?
Sethris gaze upon you, stranger. If not for you, I don't think I would have survived the journey here. I think Mika, Dag, and I will be okay here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But what about the two older people? Where have they gone?
Sethris gaze upon...
Mr. Atticus is the coolest. He brought me and Mrs. Koss and Mika here. This place is awesome. There's so much room to play. I can't wait until Mama sees it.
So, you're not relatives then?
Thank you so much for helping with the truck back in Vista Hills.
Sure.
I brought everyone willing to come. None of this is easy for anyone. But at least they'll be safe here.
So, what, the two old people stay back at the camp? Do you know anything about the tower?
Do you know anything about the tower?
Please, don't tell my father about this.
I mean, you stood right next to
My
him.
brothers and I used to go there when we were kids.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows that.
We were always trying to find a way inside until we heard the scream. A high-pitched screech that made our blood run cold. We never went back after that.
How are you holding up?
How are you holding up?
It's so good to see my pops again. I wish it were under better circumstances. I still can't grasp that all my brothers are gone. Doesn't feel real.
Well, you can blame the fucking Sabinians for that one. You can blame all of that on them.
My son has returned, and I hear you had something to do with it.
That's right. How is Atticus doing?
How is Atticus doing?
He's a Cadell. He'll pull through.
Unlike the other three.
The road to his recovery will be long and difficult. And I'm not talking about the body. I'm talking about the mind.
Well, the body's fucked without the mind.
The things he's seen. Endured. I'll be there for him every step of the way.
I'll ask him how things are before I ask him about the flowers.
How are things?
Mere words cannot express the joy I feel. He's all I have left. You have my sincere gratitude for helping him return home. He helped these poor souls get by when he barely had anything. He's a true Palamist. I'm so proud of him. The Saab soldiers never found my reserves, so there's plenty of food to go around.
Alright, this flower, do you know where it grows?
This flower, do you know where it grows?
I know the species. It's called Adder's Tear. It grows only in one place, Lake Sinon.
That's like a new area then.
I used to take fishing trips there. Sometimes I would sit there, waiting for something to bite, realizing how sad it was that my sons never came along. Life seems to be a series of missed opportunities.
Right, so now I know where to go. Lake Sion. New area discovered. Lake Sinon. You can travel between areas with the APC. Okay, Ernest Cadell said that they grow in Lake Sinon. Lake Sinon. He knows where the blue flower grows. He is very grateful to be reunited with his son Atticus. Family legacy. Well, I am a vigil. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Helping people. He said his father would know more about the blue flower. The tower. High-pitched screeches can be heard near the tower. Research. Ancient Hadia, Order of the Eye, the Conspiracy, the Vigil, the Civil War. Tanya's article. Well, it seems like there's quite a few more things to find for research. I mean, there's still places I haven't been to, and Senator Forest. What's this? Vault of the Corpse? The Cops? The Time Remnants and Protomata Kefka's marker. Status opened. Yeah, so I've already been there. Return to Gildas Brom to collect a reward. I've done this one though, right? Yeah, status collapsed. Yeah, and there's one in Central Forest, but where though? And also that thing that old man gave me that detects what was it? Fucking time loop guardians. Is that automatic? Or do I have to equip it? I have to equip it. What's the point of a detector when I can just find them on my own? And when I get close enough to them, they make a noise on their own anyway. Maybe I should get rid of the compass, because that's pretty much useless. Don't really ever use it. How does it work? Oh shit. Whoa, why is it blurring my vision like that? That was fucking weird. I just hold up and a bunch of ink comes out? Oh, there's the truck. Still got that cow. But where's the time loop anomaly then? Is it actually available for me to destroy? Or not that I can, but I just want to know where it is. Alright, well, let's get back to the APC then. Let's go to the marshes and then we'll go to Lake Sinon. To the marshes. There it is, Lake Sinon, but we're going to the marshes first. Yeah, now I got information about it, now that I know. Well, that's different. We've actually driven into the village, whereas before we drove like way further away. Let's go talk to Victor. Oh, actually, I can talk to Rue. Maybe she's awake. You got anything you can do for me?
What can I do for you?
Let me see. Lifts. Whipped.
The towers would be perfect.
good.